Hey book club, Dan here from One Man Book Club, excited to share Sophie Quire in the last Storyguard, yet another winner by Jonathan Auxier. This is a perfectly magical fairy tale, just like all of the other Jonathan Auxier stories I've been digging lately. His middle grade stories are exactly the right balance between challenging and accessible for the target audience. I mean, most authors who try to write for the middle grades, they miss the mark. It's understandable because it's such a hard age to write for. There's a significant disparity between 10-year-olds and 14-year-olds in reading ability. So writing a story that appeals to both ends of that spectrum is a trick. And I'm telling you, Jonathan Auxier has figured it out. So Peter, Nimble and His Fantastic Eyes was Jonathan Auxier's debut novel, and he nailed it. He nailed it from the start. Sophie Quire is another story featuring Peter Nimble, but stars, ta-da, Sophie Quire, a new character who I loved even more than I loved Peter. Sophie Quire in the last Storyguard is packed with adventure, characters I connected with, the essential life lessons, all perfectly targeted for that tricky middle grade audience. I loved it, you guys. Sophie loves books. She works in her father's bookshop. She's carefully and tenderly repairs the worn, damaged books that all of the customers of her father's bookshop bring to her. And Sophie is super good at her job, but she's nowhere near as good as her mother was before her mother died a mysterious death. Now, her town leaders have decided that books are nonsense, and the best way to move the town into the industrious future is to be rid of nonsense. So the answer, of course, is let's burn all the books. And Sophie, the book lover / book protector, just can't let that happen. But what can she do? She's just a little girl. Well, nothing. Until a certain blind thief and his trusty part human, part horse, part cat sidekick bring her a magical book that needs some extra protecting. Trust me, it's fun. Just go with it, and it will make more sense if you have either read Peter Nimble or watched my review of Peter Nimble and His Fantastic Eyes. So anyway, soon Sophie finds herself singled out for this magical adventure to save the day, where she learns all the valuable lessons, figures out what happens to her mom, and learns who she really is. The last Storyguard. Peter and Sophie were great together. Their banter was a highlight of the story, and I found myself wanting to read more of their adventures together, and I think the kids are going to love them as much as I did. The story seamlessly oscillates between doses of humor, instances of sorrow, moments of suspense, mountains of mystery. Jonathan Auxier artfully builds plot momentum with unexpected twists and turns that kept this dad's attention and interest throughout. It's not simply an exciting adventure. It's a thoughtfully layered tale with profound life lessons around friendship, bravery, and resilience. Jonathan Auxier has earned himself a lifelong fan. I vote you give Peter and His Fantastic Eyes a try yourself, and then go read Sophie Quire in the last Storyguard. See if your middle graders will read it and enjoy it as much as I think they will. This book is best for 12 and up. Happy reading, everyone.